Let's go!
This video was sponsored by Cubenation. In order to get really high quality products at reasonable prices, go check out Cubenation with the link in the description below. Hey guys, what's up? It's Faraz, and today I've got the review of the XiaoMi Giiker 3x3 Smart Cube, a new arrival to the market bringing with it new innovation. Released on August 3rd of 2018, it's a $42 magnetic 3x3 that Xiaomi released into the market with features people only dreamed of now becoming a reality. The Giiker is a 57mm cube, making it bigger than most, but it's barely noticeable and the performance barely lets it distract you. Little more on that in a bit. The cube has really innovative features implemented into a thoughtful design. It has inner parts that detect each movement that your cube makes, counts your moves, TPS, and can even help you solve the cube, and sends data to your phone via Bluetooth, where the data is then used to play several minigames, even though it's a little flawed. The cube's inner mechanism is extremely simple to the point you'd think it's not well thought out. However, you'd be wrong, because it is. The cube has a huge core, that means weight is definitely an issue. It's 102.8 grams to be exact, nearly 1.5 times the weight of the GAN Air SM. So for people who prefer lighter cubes such as myself, that might be an issue. And at the end of the day, we've got all these great features, but how does it translate into real-world performance? After all, you wouldn't want to measure TPS with a Rubik's brand, now would you? The performance of the Giiker is unbelievably good, to the point it actually caught me off guard when I first used it. It has really fluid turning, allowing you to spam TPS in OLL and PLL. When it comes to corner cutting, it really isn't flagship level, but neither is the performance, but it is definitely worthy enough to go against the big names like GAN, Qi, and Moyu. The cube is rather stable and tensions are consistent right out of the box. The cube size isn't a major problem as much as it is a benefit for bigger-handed cubers. The cube feels extremely crispy and has magnets enclosed in a casing, not glued like it is usually with most cubes, causing a sort of rattling noise which can appeal to some and to others not so much. It has a really distinct feel of its own, but an approximate comparison would be a GTS 2M and a Fox 3M combined in terms of their feels. Oddly so, the cube is really comfortable to hold in the hands. The shades are really weird in my opinion and make it hard to do F12 recognition, but I suppose it does ease the tension by making it seem less like a competitive cube. And also my sister likes it, so I guess the pastel shades are a more to each his own kind of thing. The feeling, in my honest opinion, was one of the best I've experienced, second only to my main custom GTS, and it was good enough to send me to correction, heaven. That's what I meant, heaven. Did I think that? So this cube isn't really very quiet. In fact, it's actually very loud. So here's a sound test about 3 inches from the mic. Being a smart cube and having such features definitely means it requires to be charged. When unboxing the cube, you'll see it will be wearing a pair of headphones, which is the charger. It's a micro USB charger requiring a micro USB cable, which isn't included, but it's really cheap for less than $2, and a slight trip to the hardware store might get you one. Or you might even have one laying around, seeing how common it was in the last decade. You can plug it into your power bank or your PC, but I don't recommend a wall outlet as that could fry your precious cube, and honestly, that wouldn't be very nice. The cube requires an app on your phone in order to work. The app in question is the appropriately named Giiker app, making it easy on us English speakers, even though there is a QR code in the manual, which is Chinese. It's a joke, calm down. The manual is completely in Chinese, however looks to be very detailed and well put together, definitely convenient for Chinese speakers. Anyway, the app is nicely put together with enough games to keep you busy in your free time when you don't feel like speed cubing. It has enough game modes including Cubing Run, a mode where you need to follow each step shown on the screen as it gets faster until you miss turn. Then there is Crazy Puzzle, which is exactly as the name suggests, a puzzle. It is basically a 3x3 form of cubic mosaic that sometimes can go to 6x6 and higher in the higher level. Complete Clone is another mode where you need to copy certain patterns such as checkerboard, superflip, etc. Very similar to Crazy Puzzle other than the fact that it's only going to be staying in 3x3 mode. Cubing escape is a really fun one. It's kind of like blind solving, where you need to take a certain piece to a part of a cube without interrupting the other pieces. The only exception being that the obstacle cubicles don't move relative to you. It'll be stationary. You can also change the perspective to get a better view of you. When turning very fast, the cube can actually malfunction and send the wrong data, causing the app and your cube to desync. In which case, you can just go into the settings and reset it by solve or by input. I recommend by solve because that's the most convenient way. The only issue though is the fact that the cube recognizes middle layer moves as a combination of L' and R moves, usually which adds more moves, making the TPS calculations a little more inaccurate. However, it is the first of its kind to successfully pull this off, so hats off to Xiaomi for that, and I'll be giving them some slack. So then, let's conclude. Value on this cube is great. You get near flagship performance, state-of-the-art cubing technology, and all that for only roughly 82.5% of the price of flagships like the SM. Something that you could in fact call the Pocophone F1 of speed cubes, which is appropriate because it's released by Xiaomi. But with that being said guys, that's it for today's review, and time for the giveaway winners. Shreyas Labib is the first one, Abhishek Dipta second, and in third place we have Mutasim Al-Farabi. Congrats to the winners and good luck to all of you for the future giveaways. Anyways guys, that's it for today's video, and I'll see you all guys in the next video.